Hello and welcome to this presentation. My name is Barry Morgan. I'm President and Webmaster of the Probus Global Club, which is located just east of Toronto in the province of Ontario, Canada. Our topic today is about Probus Global, and I'm very pleased to introduce to you their President, Richard Furlong, who will tell you much more about it. Okay, over to you, Richard.
Thank you, Barry. Hey, and good day to everybody. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Probus. That'll lead us into Probus Global. But first, we need to talk about how Probus started. In 1965, a number of individuals were traveling back and forth to London and had formed a very strong social link with each other. And as they were approaching retirement age, they said, we really need to continue this contact we've been having with each other. So they formed a club called Campus Club. This club really took off and it attracted the attention of Rotary. And Rotary said, what a great idea for Rotary members that would like to retire into less demanding position in a service club. So they formed Probus. Now, Probus stood for professional and business. This club really took off in the UK, which led it to be expanded to Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and many parts of Europe. So as it expanded, people wanted to communicate with each other. And in 1996, IPN was formed, which stood for Informal Probus Network. These people around the world were communicating with each other using email. And as people started being added to IPN, they add up to around 160, 170 members. They looked at their membership and said, we're getting very international in scope here. So they changed the name in 2007 to International Probus Network. International Probus Network had about a 10-year run, but it was shrinking. Communication by email, as we all know, technology changed. So the membership had really shrunk down into the 30s. So in 2017 and 18, they were looking at a reboot. In Canada, Steve Campbell, who had been the president of Probus Canada, had served his term on the board, and as he's departing, indicate one of his next goals in life was to have a real look at what was going on internationally. And then Richard Furlong, myself, who had been on the board of Probus Canada, and his term was of Probus Canada, contacted Steve and said, let's do something about the international part of Probus. So they looked around, found the IPN group, and contacted Shirley Roberts, located in the UK. And she informed of what had happened as far as IPN was concerned and how it had shrunk and little interest at this point. So they decided to have a reboot of the IPN, look at all the issues around growth challenges and so on. And really, the first thing they said, we need to call ourselves something, and the first became Probus Global. Then we had to figure out, what is Probus Global? What are we trying to do here? Well, we want to make new friends. We want people to share their passions for Probus. People that want to travel should have friends anywhere they travel in the world. Of course, we want to learn about Probus, but also all the things that we learn about Probus in each meeting with speakers from around the world. Let's share that around the world. And of course, the next thing is we need to grow from where IPN was. So during our reboot in 2018, 2009, first thing we had to do is establish a management team. The management were located in Australia, Canada, UK. And then we said, okay, we need to attract people and inform them what we're doing. So we obviously made a brochure on Probus Global. And Shirley Roberts, our first president for Probus Global, initiated our first newsletter. Probus Global was listed on many websites for Probus around the world. Of course, we developed our own website. Peter Jennings, our webmaster, really did a great job in assembling our website. And you can find it at probusglobal.org. And of course, for members to be able to communicate, there was an international communication system. Of course, when you look at developing an organization like this, the first thing you really need to do is create a vision. What do you really want to achieve? Well, number one is communications. You want to make sure we're able to communicate with people around the world. People that travel, let them know that they have friends in other parts of the world where they're traveling to. And we want to make sure that we maintain the structure. It is for retired and semi-retired people. And of course, hold on to the vision for Probus. Free from constraints, of politics, religion, fundraising, and competition. So keeping that in mind, we then move forward to a strategic plan. Certainly, in looking at the goals, one of them was to grow. We wanted to make sure we had a communications network for all Probus members, and in this case, all Probus Global members. Make sure that our clubs are strong. If the clubs are strong, the organizations that come forth from the clubs will be also strong. Be a source of information for travelers, and make sure that we stay independent. But then continuing on from the strategic plan, the marketing side of it, we want to make sure that we distribution for the brochure and newsletters, make sure they get out there. Make sure there's a global link for all areas of the world. Make sure that the website is up and running and also is getting to members around the world. And of course, the global management team, make sure they're aware of what our goals and our options are and move forward. So with that in mind, with continued marketing, website once again, very important, very critical to us. We do have a chat room for any member of Probus Global anywhere in the world can speak to any other member. Making sure we continue the circulation of the brochure and very critical on the newsletter, making sure the newsletter gets to as many Probus members around the world as we can. And also we talked about a Probus Global Day. We talked initially about it could be a day, could be a week, could be a month, but then the United Nations have a day for seniors. And many other countries in the world have the same day. That's October 1st. So October 1st is Probus Day. Where are we today as far as membership of members around the world? We have about 4,500 clubs, which 300,000 members attend around the world. Once again, Australia is really taking the lead, followed by the United Kingdom, Canada, New Zealand, Netherlands, so on and so forth. So we continue to have a very strong membership around the world. Of course, we continue the chart that we want to continue our growth because As everybody says, that's a member of Probus. One of the best kept secrets with Probus members is Probus itself. Where are we as far as Probus Global is concerned? We started in 2019 with about 35 members. Today, in November 2022, we have 994 members. Over the last 4 years, extremely great growth. The great thing about Probus membership, the cost. There is no cost. Any Probus member can join Probus Global at no cost. So then we look at the management team as it has evolved over the last 4 years or so. We know who the president is, and we talked about Peter as being the webmaster. And Merv is from Australia, Rob is from Australia, Marlene is Canada, Jean-Pierre is in France, Graham is in United Kingdom, Linda is in Canada, and Mary is in Australia. So you can see our management team is from really all around the world. So we get many ideas, suggestions, and very strong management support in making sure Probus Global is success. But not only do we have the management team, we have many other strong supporters for Probus Global. And we have a coordinator program and people that support Probus and Probus Global in their countries. So we have Ireland, we have South Africa, India. Our specialist for Zoom is in Canada, another Canadian, and then India, Australia, Wales, New Zealand, South Africa, Scotland, Belgium, and once again, UK, and that's Patrick, who supports Mary, our newsletter editor, on putting together the newsletter. As we've evolved over the years, we've developed many programs for Probus Global. Those who look at the website will find most of these programs out there. All you have to do is look at the website, but we do have the Speaker's Corner. We have a travel coordinator. We have a new program for photos by members. We now have Probus Global Awards. We have the Shirley Roberts Memorial Award, which will be issued in December of this year, 2022. And this will be the first award, and this will be a very prestigious award for Probus Global members. Criteria will be that it only be issued once a year. We also have an achievement award for people who do great work for Probus Global. We mentioned Probus Day. Our newsletter, we issue 4 times a year. Our chat rooms keep evolving. We just updated it recently. Our management have quarterly meetings, and any member of Probus Global can attend these meetings. And Peter Jennings, our webmaster, just completed a mapping program for any club or member that you're looking for. All you have to do is zero in on an area, and lo and behold, there's your option for finding a member or finding a club. So that's our presentation for today. And if you are looking for more information, please go to our website. Once again, it's probusglobal.org. Or you need contact into the management team, please contact me to president@probusglobal.org. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. Take care. Bye now.